Every great plan in our house starts the same way. On the walk back from school, when exhaustion mysteriously transforms into completely unnecessary energy.
Kanvika announced the sleepover like a royal decree. My house, 8 p.m., non negotiable.
Also, her house, technically.
By evening, Mama and Papa had quietly staged their own operation. Mattresses dragged out until the living room floor became one glorious landscape of cushions.
At exactly 7:30, the doorbell caused the first kerfuffle of the night. Dhriti blanket held aloft like a trophy, practically falling through the door in her excitement.
Right behind her, Anaya arrived in total contrast, composed, precise. A torch tucked away with suspicious purpose.
Then came Arohi and Ashvi, perfectly synchronized down to their identical sky blue outfits.
We met, Ashvi announced, as if that weren't 20 minutes of frantic texting the night before.
Six of us, one living room, and suddenly an entire brouhaha over blanket architecture, draped, tugged, stretched until a wobbly tent stood proudly in the middle of it all.
It's already leaning, I pointed out. It's got personality, Kanvika insisted, wedging a cushion under the sagging corner.
And I had treated the whole tent like a genuine engineering emergency, while Dhiti simply flopped onto a mattress and declared it structurally sound enough.
And then Mama arrived with a tray so generously stacked with chips and pakoras that it barely survived contact with six ravenous teenagers.
With the lamp dimmed and Anaya's torch glowing dramatically beneath her chin, the ghost stories begin.
These stories about the school bathroom had been told a dozen times before in a dozen different ways, but the sound effects alone made it feel brand new.
Ashmi shrieked at exactly the wrong moment, triggering an absolutely hullabaloo or screaming that had nothing to do with the story and everything to do with each other.
Papa's voice drifted in from the doorway. Everyone fine in there?
We are fine!
Six voices answered, dissolving instantly into giggles.
The games that followed, Truth or Dare, Antakshari, ended in a full kerfuffle. Around midnight, I sat up with sudden, urgent clarity. Maggie! It had to happen.
We tiptoed out with theatrical stealth, creeping past Mama and Papa's door so carefully we probably made more noise than if we'd just walked normally.
We returned to find the other four scattered here and there across the mattresses, fast asleep in increasingly ridiculous positions.
But apparently, no sleeping teenager can resist the smell of Maggie.
One by one, nose twitched, eyes cracked open, and within a minute, four groggy faces had assembled around the two bowls of Maggie.
I thought everyone is asleep. I laughed, genuinely flabbergasted. Not for Maggie, Dhriti mumbled.
By morning, the tent had collapsed exactly as predicted, leaving all six of us in one giggling tangled heap.
Mama stood in the doorway with coffee, taking in the whole chaotic scene with the very fondness of someone who'd expected precisely this.
Some nights don't go according to plan at all.
And somehow, those are always the ones worth remembering. Ever had a sleepover go sideways like this? A collapsed tent, a midnight snack raid, a friend who wouldn't wake up for anything except food.
Tell us your version in the comments. We want to hear the chaos.